All right. Whew. So I decided to order a new toy up. It was a little pricey, but to tell you the truth, it's pretty sweet, and I'm excited to show you and do a little review on it. So we got right here, it's the Excalibur Micro 380. It's new for 2022. I ordered it a while ago and it finally came in, went and picked it up, and this thing is sweet. I mean, it's lightweight. It's got the lightweight stock on it. It's really not that heavy. I forget how much it weighs, but it's not heavy at all. It's a really lightweight, maneuverable. It's just going to be a sweet little hunting unit. I'm going to go through here and show you what it's kind of all about here. So we'll start with the top here. It's got the Overwatch scope that Excalibur makes. I mean, it is deluxe. It's got the feet per second here when you're sighting it in. It's got red and green illumination on it. It goes from 20 to 100 yards. I mean, if you're shooting 100 yards, you're a warrior. But it's a sweet scope. It's got a lifetime warranty on it. It's pretty sweet. I mean, these Excalibur crossbows, they're built to last. I mean, I love just the simplicity of it. You go into an archery shop anymore and you see all these crossbows hanging up and they're getting way too futuristic. They got cams and cables hanging off everywhere. I just don't like them, and there's a lot that can go wrong with them. With this thing, you basically got a stick and a string. You can replace the string out in the field. If you break a limb, you can order up new limbs and put them on there. I mean, this thing is built to last. It's got the dead silencers on here. I think that's what they're called. We're gonna find out how loud it is when we go shoot it here. It comes with the old Excalibur quiver here that detaches really easily. I mean, that's deluxe for when you're hunting. You just clip it back on there, just like that. And it comes with 4 of Excalibur's Pro Flight. And it comes with 4 of these live action Pro Flight Excalibur arrows. I believe these are their high-end arrows. I think they're like $80 per 4 or half a dozen. They're pretty sweet, and they got these, I forget what the knock on here is, but it's not like a regular crossbow knock. But what that's for is that these crossbows, these Excalibur crossbows, they have a I think it's called a ceasefire technology. And when you cock that string back and you put this bolt in, I'll show you when we shoot it, you put this bolt in, you got to get this bolt seated in that groove. If not, this thing will not fire when it's cocked. It will not go off. So that's nice for dry fires and stuff like that. So it's a really safe crossbow. I got the kit, and it came with the arrows, like I said, the scope, and came with this your cocking device here, Excalibur cocking device, which it came with a crank too that goes on the back, but I don't like the crank. I'd rather just cock it by hand. Goes a little quicker. And the nice things about these Excalibur crossbows is if you're going on a hunting trip somewhere and you got to travel, you can always buy another set of strings, and you can always buy another set of limbs, and they actually sell a device online where you can actually change the strings out in the field, and it's really easy to change the limbs out in the field too. So you can't go wrong with this bow. I think I paid $13.09 for it for the kit. Compared to what other crossbows are going for in this day and age, that's very inexpensive. And it has the, let's see here, it has the Realtree Escape Camo, which looks pretty dirty on there. Then if I can here, I'm going to flip open the scope, and I'm going to turn the illumination on. That way, this scope is just freaking sweet. Let's see if we can't zoom in on that. So that's the red illumination, which is pretty freaking awesome. And now we got the green illumination. This is a very compact crossbow. It'd be great for tree stand hunting or spotting and stalking. It's really lightweight. We're gonna go see how it shoots here, and heck yeah. All right, so we're gonna put a couple bolts down range and see what this thing's all about. First things first, we gotta cock this thing. All right, so you gotta get these hooks. You wanna get these hooks so they're coming up that way, just like that. You wanna make sure your string back here is on this back piece all the time when you're using these cocking mechanisms. And just pull with all your might, then you hear a click, just like that. Ooh, that'll wear you out after a while. And then it's on fire right now, but this thing will not shoot unless you have the bolt in it. So we're gonna grab a bolt, one of these Pro Flights. When you stick it in there, you have to get that bolt seated, and you'll hear that click before that bolt will shoot. So we're gonna shoot at 20 yards here and see what happens. 20 yards. That's pretty dang close. Pretty quiet too. Really quiet actually. Cock another one here. Here we go. Ooh. Put one more downrange here, and then we might have to move the scope a little bit. All right, so that's a pretty good group. We can go down and check it out here, and we'll move the scope. So we're shooting, I would say about 1 inch to the left. So we're gonna move it to the right a little bit And I don't think we have to move it up and down anymore. It should be about perfect. So we'll get these arrows out here. Yeah, about ruined an arrow. These things are expensive. All right, let's go move that scope. So with this scope here, it's just like a rifle scope if you sight it in a rifle. So I'm gonna move it. That's up and down. We don't need that one. We need this one right here. This scope is freaking sweet. All right, so it's got an arrow pointing to the left. It's got an arrow pointing to the left. We want to move it to the right here, so we're going to move it the opposite direction. I'm going to do about 10 clicks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like tapping it a little bit. Give it a little tap, tap, tap. Screw that back on. All right, set another one down range. Put one more down. Might have to move it over to the right again a little bit more. We'll get it there. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but this thing is freaking quiet. Super quiet. Fire in the hole. Yep, we need to move it over about 10 more clicks here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, we'll do 13. Just for good luck. Alright, let's see what that does here. I'm gonna move it over 5 more clicks. It's getting there. It's about dead nuts. I did 10. Let's go down and check this out. I think we're perfect. So this is the last arrow I shot after I made my last adjustment, and this is the one before. So as you can see, that's basically right in the bullseye there. So all you gotta do with that scope is sight it in at 20 yards, shoot it at 30 and see what it shoots at, 40, 50, and 60, but it should be all dead on. And that's what that feet per second thing is, because if you figure out what your feet per second is shooting on the scope, you just move it to that feet per second and you're golden. I mean, it's pretty easy to sight in. Deluxe.